And welcome back. We're about to venture off into our third and final segment for the morning. Now, this one is very interesting because I didn't know that Belize City actually has a garden club. Now, home gardening, very important, home gardening and herbs. Good morning, ladies. I've got with me Miss Adela. Who's Miss Adela? Miss Adela? See, she nearly point points. Miss Adela Pilgrim, who is actually the president of the Belize City Garden Club. And I've got Miss, I want to guess, Rose? Yes, Rose. Who is actually the public relations for the Belize City Garden Club. Ladies, good morning. You guys are looking so wonderful.
Thank you.
And we're looking so garden-y and garden-ish. And we could actually smell the aroma of the herbs that we've got here, actually. It says a springtime event garden and flower arrangement show. You guys will be having that as well. We'll be jumping into that in just a few. But come on, tell us about this Belize City Garden Club.
Okay, we have been in existence since 1992, so that makes us 26 years.
What?
So I'm surprised. I don't know where you were.
Living on the rock.
And when we first started, we had annual shows, and people who were plant enthusiasts look forward to it. I mean, when is the next show? When is the next show? And we used to have them we had them at different venues, but most of them were held at the Holy Redeemer Parish Hall.
Wow.
And we have now moved to St. Mary's Hall. And one of the main reasons, as we are not getting younger, to be able to cart those plants and stuff upstairs in the Parish Hall, we have chosen that venue. But back to your question, to tell you about the club, we have, excuse me, dwindled away in terms of numbers of our members.
Oh, wow.
Unfortunately, some have passed on, but it's very difficult, I have found, to attract and to hold them. Like the upcoming show that we're having, and in previous shows, people come to the show, they get all hyped up. We have application forms there for people to sign up if they'd like to join the club, because we only meet like once per month. And they find all the excuses and reasons not to continue. That maybe 5 or 6, you may have one that stay on.
Oh, wow.
Unfortunately. So it really has to be a passion. Okay. For me, obviously, it is. It's my best friend, my getaway. It's therapeutic. It's not the cheapest hobby, but it's a rewarding one. I mean, when I go into my garden and see all the new blooms, and it's not only stuff that will be pleasing to the eye, but like this plant that I brought here, this morning on our display, we want to focus more on herbs.
Yes, and I was just about to ask you what we've got on to display, but before we get into that, in terms of garnering that support from more more people who are actually joining the club, what are some of the the benefits of being a part of this club? As a matter of fact, there are benefits of even learning to plant something in front of your house.
And to learn how to make arrangements. As a matter of fact, we have some pictures here. We have classes where, of course, our senior members, like our president and others, teach us. I'm a relatively new member, but given the fact that my name is Rose, I have to be. But yes, there are advantages to being a member of the club. You learn to, we also interact and collaborate with the agriculture department. Wow. They teach us how to make compost. As a matter of fact, Mr. Gonzalez is going to be at our show this weekend. So people want to learn some other additional stuff. We try to, attract as many professionals per se that are in the gardening business to share their knowledge with the public.
So while you're new to the club, what attracted you to want to be a part of this club?
Well, for me personally, I am a retiree. I lived in the United States for many years. So I wanted to come home and get my hands dirty, as they say, and play the dirt. Why not? So I've always been interested in gardening, but I was so busy working back in those days. Now I have the time, and so I dedicate myself to being a member of the club.
Oh, nice, and what does it do for you now? You look forward to it every day. What are meetings like for you?
I sure do. It really uplifts my spirit, it really does. I must needs say, and I encourage each and everyone to consider it. You know, I really do.
Excellent. So what do we have here? And we'll venture off into how hard they grow. But what do we have here? Starting with this one right here. It looks minty to me.
Yes, and it is mint. And actually, I have 2 different types of mint in here. This one is a peppermint.
Okay,
if you can
go.
smell it, you can taste it. It's clean. And I have always grown, it's one of my favorite herbs, and I love fresh peppermint tea.
Wow.
So I would take a sprig and steep it like you would do any tea. And some people drink it just like that. I like mine with a little bit of honey.
Wow.
It's also medicinal. It's perfect. It's very good for stomach, gassy conditions. And it's just a wonderful tea. Now, in teas, being I'm on that subject, you can also do blends of different herbs. Somebody had told me, and I tried, and I said, that sounds kind of weird. Well, let me try it. The peppermint. This is an Epazote, and I'll talk about that in a bit.
In a few. But before you continue on, what I'm tasting, because what I did, I bit piece off, doing it again. True. And what I'm tasting is actually when you put a mint sweet or you chew a chewing gum, and that fresh.
And it's natural.
You know, that fresh flavor is actually what I'm feeling in my mouth, and that is so, my goodness.
So if you want to try this other one, it's also a mint, but you will taste the difference.
Okay.
And this one, I use it mostly for cooking.
Okay.
Like in sauces and stuff like that.
All right, so good. So what do we find most in the country? Because this is the one that I see a lot. I don't see this one much. I see this one a lot. But let me taste this one.
It's minty as well, but not as strong, or it's a little different.
So let me tell you what I'm tasting here. This one is not as minty and not as strong, but the taste of the, I don't want to say taste of the scent of it, but the taste of, I can't even explain it.
It's really just different.
Yes, yeah, it's different.
I just mentioned to her that once I saw a pack of seeds that says mint. And I said, okay, I didn't know they have mint seeds, but let me buy it. And I emptied everything in a pot. And I got like 6 different type of mints, and they were each distinct in their appearance, but they still had that minty, just like you're experiencing here between these 2. So there are different types.
I really didn't know.
Know that we call this, I mean, this is the peppermint.
That's peppermint.
And this one, I call it the cooking mint.
Cooking mint. And this one, what is this one?
This one is the thyme, and that one also is a thyme. It's, now, if you, I'll allow you to pinch a little piece of my...
a little piece, please. Yes.
They both smell the same. Okay? That one, if you pinch a little piece of the leaf at the bottom, you'll find
I'll just get a piece.
That it's the same thing. Actually, once I use a lot of herb to cook with.
Seasoning.
It's nice in beans, in chamole, relleno.
Where I came from in PG, once a pot of hodot was on the stove, this baby would be in the
Exactly.
But I could see the different texture. As a matter of fact, we could see green, and then of course light green that actually borders the. Okay, and then for this one, it's fully green, and this one has a different, well, not a different, but a stronger scent.
Yes.
But let's get to how to grow it. Is it hard to grow?
Not really. You throw a piece of branch and it will root.
Oh my
goodness. And I'm
goodness.
going to test that because I am growing. I have a big plant of this in my yard, and I couldn't believe it as the new planter, so to speak, you know. I mean, it just grew without no effort at all.
Once I lost my thyme, the pure green, and I did have the ornamental one. I said, well, thyme, and I just used it, and it was the same thing.
So all you need to do is to get a branch and you stick it in the ground, and that's it. Water it, and you're good.
And you're good to go.
And it's a type of succulent, so it doesn't really need a lot of water.
All right, and what is this baby right here in the middle?
That's our aloe vera, and I think everybody in Belize knows about aloe vera. They call it what? Not scotchinil. Sinkam Bible.
Sinkam Bible, yes. I know scotchinil. So what are the properties of this one, and is it hard to grow?
Neither is it hard to grow. It's a very hard plant. It's also a succulent. So if you put too much water in it, the leaves start to get dark, which means it's storing the water, and then it would eventually rot and die. So succulents don't like a lot of water.
Okay.
Once or twice a week, a little bit, and you're good with that. But it's mostly medicinal. It's a natural antibiotic and antioxidant.
Wow.
And so people would, we have a member of our club who says every morning when she goes to water, she keeps, well, you know, the bigger ones. And she rubs it on her face, she rubs it in her hair, and she eats a piece.
That's it.
That's it. And I mean, and she's as fit as a fiddle, has a head. She's probably older than I am, and she has more hair than I do by far.
Wow. I can attest to that because I was in a terrible car accident, and trust me, that Aloe Vera has done a lot for me in terms of, you know, scars and things that I had received from that accident.
It has a lot of healing properties, sores, cuts, and stuff. It will clean it and heal it.
And we're talking about a plant here that can be easily grown right here in your yard. It's actually decorative as well, so you could actually have it as a decoration to your yard, enhance the look. Now, what is this baby right here?
That's an Epazote. It's not the happiest looking one, but we've been struggling with the weather. It's hardy as well. Now, Epazote is more, from my experience, of a Spanish season herb. It's used a lot in black beans, in chimole, rellenos, and those are about all that I know. And I guess people dump them in beans as well, just any other type of beans besides black beans.
And it's called what, like Epazote?
Epazote.
Can I take a
yes, it's very pungent as well. Now, the Epazote, like the oregano, it can be dried and stored, and it will maintain the flavor. So if you don't have any and your friend has some and you want to keep some in your cupboard, you can always take the leaves, dry them, and store them, and you can have it for months, and it will still have the same.
And finally, this one right here. We know this is thyme.
That's not an herb, unfortunately. That's a bamboo, and it's just ornamental.
Okay, so it's only on an ornamental. If I'm not mistaken, I'm seeing something here, watermelonish in here. What is that?
Rose, that's your plan.
Rose, come on.
Well, you know, as they say sometimes, and I've learned this being with the garden club, you know, you just, whatever you put your hands on, you just put it in the soil and it's just start, you know, blooming, and hey, whatever comes of it, that's it. So, you know.
And I've got to say, you know, you feel like a proud parent when you put something in the ground and of course it comes up. So that's a nice way to be.
One of the things I'd like to emphasize for viewers who may say, well, I'd like to plant, but I don't have space. That should not be an excuse, in that anything and everything just about can grow in a pot. I had a friend, a Belizean friend who lives in London, and he won some award, the Gardener of the Month award or whatever, and he had squash running off his balcony. I mean, big old squash. I mean, he had everything, not ornamental, it was, you know, it was mostly like vegetables and stuff.
Excellent.
And just an average size house, the porch, the roof. And so there's no reason, I mean, tomatoes grow out of a bottle. You can take that bottle and turn it upside down as long as the root is in there, You know,
and that's one of the things that I wanted to point out before we get into what the show is going to be like and when the show is going to be like. These are actually plants they could actually use with recyclable items.
Exactly.
Because what you've got here, these are plastic. This is foam, and we know that we know that these things are not biodegradable. So what you do is actually you use it to grow new plants.
One of the advantages of using your disposable cups in general, like I set this in here, if I give you this plant and you will put it in a bigger pot, you can just cut it. And then it
opens up.
Yes, it won't damage the root. It won't put it in, you know, through too much shock.
So using this, it's easily transplantable. You
exactly. Even the cups that, you know, you have a party and they all end up in the trash. You can take a pepper seed and put it in there when it's big enough to transplant. The same process.
Pop, pop. You
don't have to buy fancy seed trays or pots or what have you. Those are
excellent. So simple items you can use as recyclable items to just plant something in the house.
And that's a trend now. As a matter of fact, we have several other entities that are encouraging people. We have UWI, we have the Samuel Haynes Institute, we have Port Loyola Garden Club. We have garden clubs also spreading all over the city to encourage people, because there is much to do to start planting. We want to encourage the general public to get into it.
Excellent. So now we've got all these people and we want to encourage more folks. Let's talk about the Garden and Flower Arrangement Show. It's going to be held at the St. Mary's Hall. It's going to be when?
Saturday and Sunday of this coming week.
And what can we find there?
Plants on display, arrangements, flowering, and hopefully some fruits. And nurseries, different nurseries will be there to have their stuff on sale.
All right.
And so there should be a wide variety of plants for sale. The club, the members of the club are focusing on the displays. We hope to have our herb section, and usually our centerpiece in the hall is where we display most of our nicer plants, or showy plants, so to speak.
All right.
And then we have a section with all the arrangements that some of the ladies who are into floral arrangement will make their arrangement and have them on display. And also cut specimen. I might have one of the most beautiful roses that decide to bloom on that day, so I'll cut it, put it
orchids,
in
right?
whatever flower, even a leaf, an interesting looking leaf, and name it and have it on display.
Excellent. Now, Rose, from what time to what time can we?
Okay, we're starting Saturday at 9 o'clock, and we will run through 5 o'clock in the evening. And on Sunday, we're starting at 10 to 4. And again, we have a nice program plan. We have several cross-section of the community represented, of course, bringing greetings to our patron, who is Mr. My son, will be there. And as I said, we have a wide array of nurseries that are participating, and they've been participating over the years. So each year we look forward to different things that they have produced and grown over the years, and will showcase. So it's a showcase of flora and fauna, so to speak.
Yeah,
exactly.
Definitely. And will folks be able to sign up to join the club, and what can we do to be a part of this club?
At the entrance, by the way, there's an entrance fee.
Oh, okay.
$5 for adults, and $2 for children. And there will be somebody at the entrance, and there should be application forms there as well. So whoever is interested, put in their information, we'd follow up, with their contact number or email or whatever, and try to bring them on board. We normally meet, like I said, once per month, and other than when we are planning a show like this, where we over this month we have been meeting every week just to tie up, all the planning loose ends and stuff like that. Normally we just meet once per month, and it's not all meeting. We plan outings. We have been to Corozal last month to visit. There's a vibrant club in Corozal. Exactly. Good 25, 30 strong.
Excellent.
And very active. Some of them may be attending our show. We have invited them. They invited us to participate in their monthly meeting, which we did last month. Okay. So when we congregate, where we all talk the same language, have the same interests, it's a wonderful time.
Excellent. So it's good.
Exactly, we do. Especially we have a Christmas party, so to speak, and of course, everybody has to bring a plant, and we exchange. And for me, that's how I was able to, start growing some stuff and learn about new plants too. So it's a wonderful opportunity to really, really learn about gardening. And as we say, our theme for this year is preserving nature's beauty. And isn't this beautiful?
This is wonderful. The aroma is excellent as well. And so with that, ladies, we want to thank you so very much for showcasing what you've got here. It's going to be a wonderful time this coming weekend. It's going to be at St. Mary's Hall. On Saturday, again, it's going to be from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. And on Sunday, it's going to to 10 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Excuse me, it's the other way around. It's 10 on Saturday because we close later.
Okay.
And at 5. On Sunday, it's 9 to 4 because we have to dismantle and clean up and that sort of thing.
Definitely. So it's only $5 for adults. It's only $5 to enter. Children, they're only what, $3? $2? So it's that easy. All you need to do is to go on out there, you sign up to be a part of this club. You'll find how nice it is for you to plant something, grow something, and of course fall in love with it. That's what we've got to offer.
And we would like,
I have a few quotes here that I want to share with the public. It says, see it, learn it, do it, practical insights to grow your gardening skills. How about that?
And of course, for you, your final words?
I just wanted to elaborate a little bit more on the show. We are having an official opening on Saturday at 2. And so everyone is invited to come. We will have representation from different organizations, different bodies. And also food. So plan to be there. You can come and spend the whole day with us. And there will be food on sale. There will be live music. I think there's either a violinist or a
we have entertainment.
pan. Some kind of entertainment.
So entertainment, food.
Yes, $5.
$5. It's that easy.
Yes. Come on, eat the rice.
Adela, thank you so very much. I feel so nice to be at this particular point with the Belize City Garden Club. And before we take that break, let me share this one with you. Get crafty. Garden art, wellness, and personal care from plants. We'll take that break, and when we come back, it is for the wrap-up. Stay tuned.
We want to thank Channel 5 for having us here this morning. It's a pleasure.